Good morning everyone, and look at that, it's a beautiful day on the channel, so welcome, and beautiful day on the farm too though. As you can see, this is the new field that is being grown for us. Well, not the new field, but the new harvest that is going to be grown. It is wheat and it is growing by plus 77% and fertilized 50%. Peggy, I have a couple of jobs for you. You can still drive over it one more time, and then later on we can drive over it with something else. So I would like you to do and fertilize both fields again. Can you do that? What I'm going to do though is, well, technically Peggy could do that too by placing a new beehives everywhere. Alright, you know, and so we have a lot of bees. I will do that though. Peggy wants to do the fields. And yeah, man, I mean, we do need to up our honey production though. Right, because we want to have a nice farmers market of our own. That's our biggest goal here, and a self-sustainable farm. So Peggy, let's actually see how much we made over here. Is that a lot of garlic, or is that a lot of garlic down there? Wow, look at the lettuce. Oh wow, this is some top quality crops though. Look at this, beautiful. Now the water is still decent though. 32. I will not let it go below 10,000, by the way, Peggy. Turbo Peggy is really going after it though. Wow, look at the size. Hey, look at these little chilies, huh? Very nice, very nice. Oh, one is almost ready though. 100 liters is needed to produce one more. Okay, this is going to be great. This is all extra money though. Wow, the garlic is growing rapidly. It smells really good. Are you going right or left though, huh? Let's see though. Yeah, this is top quality, man, you know. Look at that. I love this, man. It makes me proud though to make this. Peggy, are you proud? Yeah? Awesome sauce though. Awesome sauce. As you can see, we already produced a little place there for a garage or for an upgrade of our greenhouse, because we do need 7 to produce all qualities. We can actually mix it though. Like one is then garlic and the other one is something else. But a specialized one would be very good. This is a lot of eggs though, huh? That's a lot of eggs. 512 pieces right there. 162 kilograms. Not bad. Health is 94%. We have 490 chickens right now. Those roosters, I did buy 5 in total though, right? They are not fighting apparently. They are really producing a lot though. And that means, Peggy, we can sell a lot of chickens. That means we are having a chicken barbecue here and there, right? You know, and making a cup of chicken sausages. Ooh, chicken schnitzels and stuff like that, though. Oh my god, dude, I want some. Oh, yeah. Now, let's see. Yeah, everything. The food is still good, though. 2.8k liters. We want to produce a little bit more. Now, let's see. It is now October 1st. And let's see, prices. We still have canola, as you can see. October, alrighty then. If you want a lot of money, we have to wait one more month. And I think Peggy and I am going to wait one more month. Absolutely. Alright, Peggy. You do need to get your Johnny boy, your John there. And grab this big boy over here. And fertilize both fields one more time. Oh, hey, wait. I'm talking to you, woman. Alright, right? So you have to do that. And it can be like you have to drive inside of here. And drive close towards here. This is fertilizer. Yeah, this is solid fertilizer. So you have to drive around here. And then press your R button on the tractor. And it fills it up and then you can go. If you don't have enough, do let me know, alright? Okie dokie karaoke, let's go. Maybe we should not stand right here because that will be dangerous. Well, that's a nice little surprise for Turbo Peggy though, right, you know? But let's take a little look here. This is impressive though, man. That I'm walking here without any protection though, isn't it? Careful, Peggy, do you like it so far? Yeah? Awesome sauce though, awesome sauce. Now I'm going to decorate it a little bit better with, well, decoration, right? You know, with, we could put a lantern here too if we are walking at night and stuff like that. But right now, I don't really mind for the bees and all. Like, I don't think they do care too much about light though, right? You know, if you know what I mean. I think this is pretty decent though, right? I think we are doing a good job. Oh yeah, this is really, really nice. What we could do is actually make a little fountain over here in the middle. Shall we try? Yeah, let's try. Let's see how it looks like. Or something like this will be cool around here, to be honest. This will not be too bad either. This makes a little bit more sense though. Because if we want to calm them down, we can just put some fire here. So the smoke is calming the bees. I think actually this is a pretty decent thing to do. And hopefully all of this will just go over here. But I'm not sure what the production is of these bees right now. We have not seen it before either, I believe, right over there. But let's get into the Jungheinrich and hopefully everything is rather well. Peggy, have you done all? Okay, not bad. Peggy's already done with fertilizing both fields. So I have to say, respect there though. That was very, very quick. If you want, you can take a little look at the bee place right now. It is much better in my opinion. And that means that we have a lot of free place over here too. That barn is going down. I don't like the color. I hope one day we can actually paint in the game, right? So we can actually change the color of the barn, let's say, if we want to have it green or red. But yeah, traditionally it's an American barn. American barns are most of the time red though, but that barn over there could have a nice color to it too, right? Instead of just the wood color. 19.5. That is not a lot though. That is almost nothing. That is 9% of what it could have been. And yeah, I mean, you know, we had to step up though. We had to step up. We have a lot of money left, which is nice because that can go back into the greenhouse. And from here it does look pretty though. I wish we could play some flowers, but probably there is something that we can do with the flowers later on. There we go. 216. Yeah, honey's kind of expensive though, huh? For that little bit, 216. And that's real honey, so it's a fitting price. All right, boys. Look at this though. David over here cultivating. Lease costs 590 euros, US dollars. Look at that tractor. And that, oh my. Peggy, you get a job. Field 24, go to the store. We have that ready for you, all right? 17,000 for that. It's a massive field, though. I do get it, but that is way too much. I will do the dead wood right over here because it's nice and quick. Accept that mission. Alrighty then, and off we go. Harvesting. Yeah, we don't want to do that right now. Although, at sunflower harvest. That is not a bad job either. We can do that later on, of course. The hoeing is so easy money too. I do like this season right now already though. It's good money, it's easy money, and it's my money. Yo, Peggy, look at that machine, man. Oh my. That is beautiful though. Look at all of this. Yeah, it's a little bit used though, but then again we are kind of leasing it or borrowing it. Wow. Careful next time, please, when I'm admiring the tractor. Wow, that is something else though, isn't it? Look at the tires on that thing too, on the cultivator. So, fuel 24. If I were you, I will take a ride. Cross the bridge, prove the town, ride, and so on and so forth. If you want, you can follow me. Yeah. Man, what a machine you're carrying though. But yeah, no wonder. Look at the size of that cultivator. You do need so much strength though, huh? You do need so much strength. I'm impressed. Give me a second, and then we are getting ready. Hoppa, there we go. Alright, follow up. Yeah, cannot go wrong though with a case tractor. I mean, it's not as big though, but it's just as beautiful. Okay, let's wait here for Peggy. Let's put her alarm on here for a second, right, you know, so everybody knows that we are waiting. Let's get the convoy started. Oh. It's a little bit too slow here. What's your max speed, by the way? Okay, she does not know. Let's increase horse a little bit. Alarm is off. Look at that though. Two weirdos in a tractor. But we are not talking about ourselves though, because we are in two tractors. Anyways, man, this game is fun. By the way, Peggy, not sure if you noticed though, but we are in late autumn. As you can see, the world is getting a little bit more colorful though, huh? Reds and browns and greens all mixing together. Beautiful though. Oranges here and there. You know, the graphics sometimes kind of remind me of Fallout 76. But way sharper, you know what I mean? Because Fallout 76 has an issue with not being correct with pelleting. Right, you know, with the color palettes. It is really smushing and everything. This game, on the other hand, does it right. Does it absolutely right. Peggy, you have to go on here. I will have to turn to the right. I will wait for you. But yeah, you know, like the thing is though, right, you know, it is absolutely stunning though. Like the same atmosphere, it's set in America. Peggy, you have to go ahead. Yep, straight up. And it's just like what I say, right? You know, like it's America, you have beautiful setting, and now the autumn colors and everything are just reminding me of that game. But I wish that game did have a correct color palette though. And that it doesn't just blend all colors in one place. Because right now, look at that beautiful orange tree over there next to that green one and next to the little brown one though. It is so good. Making a little bit of money on the side though. With this job and Peggy's job alone, we are earning 32, man. We are doing good though, I will have to say, right? You know, money-wise with everything. I am stoked because that means, hopefully in this episode, we can actually afford an extra greenhouse. It will really make my day though. Oh boy. Yep. I forgot the soil here is very soft. Woo! Come on. Push yourself down. Thank you. Yeah, we were grabbing for 3. And now we still have 3 though, but we got 4. But wow, the soil is very soft here though, compared to other places where we can do this. So I will just go a little bit closer by. Beautiful. Look at that. Man, you know, like hearing the birds in the background. The fog in front of us now. This is a way to start a day, isn't it? Let's go and drop it right over there. Let's just move it around a little bit. Just a little wiggle. A little press. There you go. Let's try to do this clean though and professional. I think, you know, next challenge might actually involve wood. But I'm not so 100% certain though. We want to do something over the top and dumb though, right? You know, like maybe start with just a chainsaw or something like that though, right? You know, it's going to be interesting. But because it's co-op, we really have to do everything over the top, you know what I mean? So that we are losing our life and you just laugh at us. It will be exciting though, right? You know, difficult challenges are always exciting to watch. That's what we do need though. There is a strange dog barking around since last night when we were in the last episode, you know, like cutting wood. It doesn't bark normally. It might have, you know, rabies or something, I don't know. Or there's a wolf of some type. It doesn't sound like a wolf though, right, you know? And wolves don't really bark to begin with. They can, but it's very, very, very rare that they do that. It's very rare. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, doggo. It's a maybe a weird dog type breed, you know, like I don't know, man. But that dog though, it's kind of weird. And Peggy said she did hear footsteps next to her cabin, so that is also very, very disturbing. We did install a hunting camera there, right? You know, that makes pictures and films whenever there's movement. So you know, that's something. There's something going on here though in this region right now in the valley. I don't know, man. Might be a cryptoid, right? You know. Or chickens, they are not missing. They are overbreeding, to be precise. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure if it automatically sells extra chickens that we do have. If it does not, we might have to sell those. So I will actually check that out in a little bit though on the menu. And there we go. Alright, so we are beautiful and ready, aren't we, boys? Huh? Now let's see how beautiful we are that we have to drive far or close by. Alright, not too far away. Beautiful, though. Alright, look at that, though. It's nice and full. Sadly, it's not ours, though, but there you go, there you go. Alright, now look at this New Holland, though, huh? Is that a beauty? I'm not sure why the sound is so soft for me. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So... man, look at this thing though, right? You know, let me get it ready for Peggy. Because he wants to harvest a couple of sunflowers. And this thing is an absolute monstrosity though. I got the gold version from the collector's edition. Yeah, I got the keys though, right? You know, for my simulation sets. So I'm really, really hyping up for that though, right? You know, I had a Mosa set, but it doesn't feel right. It does a little bit of a clinging thing and... you know, with certain turns and all, and we cannot really use that properly right now. Peggy, if you want, can you just join me over here? And you know, like we are going to wait. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, good, it's back on. Nice. So yeah, you know, like we are going to wait a little bit with a Fanatec set, probably, right? You know, we are no hurry. But those keys, man, that makes it nice though, right? You know, to actually, you know, a little bit more of a feeling like we are in the car. Very nice, Peggy. 3 in 1. Not bad though. Neu, Krampe. Okay, German trailer. Alright, Peggy, will you follow me? Alright, awesome though. Man, wow, dude, I do love black and yellow though. It's such a beautiful color combination. It screams a little bit of royalty though, doesn't it? And yet, at the same time, a little bit war, you know. Peggy, I think we should take a shortcut, though, but I don't think it will be smart to do so. So let's just go and take a longer route. Because it's short. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. There might not be enough room for us and the civilians that are coming our way, but that is something else to find out. Okay, we are stuck at something. Will not be the case, but apparently it is. One second though. Nice. Oh, yeah, well, you should wait. You should have waited though, make room, you know what I mean? Whew, it's good that we are leasing this, but let's be a little bit more professional with tools that is not ours. Oh yeah, look at this now. We better be a little bit careful here, Peggy, though. Look at that though, we already have 46,000. Oh yeah, with this job, we have more than enough to get another greenhouse. This is going to be good. But man, I don't know what it is though, but driving this New Holland though is really making me happy. And it's more than just the color combinations, right? I should turn the alarms on, by the way. You know, the warning signs. Let's go over here. I do not even see... Oh, there we go. Nice. That is decent light though, huh? Man. I don't know what it is about New Holland though, but these guys did know what they are doing, right? We are going nicely over here. Alright, Peggy. Park around here somewhere, please. Alright, you can park behind me. And we are just going to go right over here. Like that. Beautiful. Now, Peggy, this is a beautiful job, though, if you ask me. It has a lot of litters, though. I want to do the first pull, if you don't mind. Because it's the first time that I'm doing actually something, you know, with this big boy. So what we want to do is lower it up. Turn it on. Oh, you must unfold the tool harvest, really? How do we do that? Ah, there we go. Interesting. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, this is a machine though, isn't it? Wow. I need to make a picture of it later on. Yeah, let's activate it. There we go. Dude. This is better than steak though, right? You know, like steak, if you have a real good steak, you just feel your testosterone boost, right? You know, you feel a little bit manly after that. Especially if you eat deer or something like, you know, like a wild animal. But with this, I don't know what it is, man. It just makes me just smile from ear to ear and feel like a man, you know? This is fantastic stuff. By the way, Peggy, we do want to... Oh, let's go a little bit back. Peggy, we also want to do sunflowers later on, right? You know? Let's go a little bit further back. Because we want to make sunflower oil. So, you know, like we want to have a farm where people just go and buy groceries, you know? That is our ultimate goal over here. We're still doing the same mistake here, but that's alright. Subscribe to Turbo Peggy, yeah? I highly advise that though, because then you can see everything from her point of view, no commentary, No rants, you know, like I do sometimes. It's a good channel. And believe me, she has a lot of passion for it. Because when she's editing though, she takes like three times the time that I do. And I'm precise with my editing, and I do, you know, like the sound edits and, you know, like transactions for sound that it doesn't, you know, pop too much and all that stuff. I'm actually going to invest in a new hardware, so my voice is finally really like my voice, because I have to downplay it. My Wave XLR, my Go XLR are very bad though if you have a bassy boomy voice. So I sound muffled and not so energetic like I really talk right now, right? But all that considered, he takes a lot more time with everything, because he wants to be so precise though, way more precise than that she has to be. And if you appreciate those details, subscribe to her channel though. Alright Peggy, if you want, you can come towards me right now. Don't worry, you can, you know, you can just do what you need to do. But don't accelerate. And look at this. That's beautiful, man. Let's make a picture here. The size of this too. I cannot be the only one that is just flabbergasted by this, right? You know, look at the details here. Peggy, if you arrive, oh, there you are. And jump again. Yeah, come on, girl, jump again. Yeah. If you are here, just tag your people, though, right? You know, your viewers. The details here, man. You know how everything is moving. Darn. By the way, I have to put the alarm off. There we go. Yeah, the alarm is off. I believe the gold edition of this is also DLC that you can buy. I believe €1 or something. I believe it is only the color though. This is very nice, man. This is impressive. Alright, Peggy, have fun. Show us how it's done. Oh no. Everything was ready. You only have to accelerate. Oh yeah, look at that. She's just throwing everything behind her, you know, like she has diarrhea or something. Man, this is really nice. And this field is done in no time, by the way, right? You know, that's the best thing about it. Alright, if it's almost full, then let me know. Kampenoi Baureihe SKS, huh? So it means like Baureihe. Production row SKS. I'm not sure what the SKS stands for though, but this is a 3-in-1. And it's the new version. It's a very sleek trailer, I have to say. Very sleek. This one is completed. 3.7 thousand in the pocket. Cultivating. Oh no. Oh, she's almost completely full there. Look at that. Yeah, look at that though, huh? We can see the little stuff, the seeds coming up on top. Oh, Peggy, drive on. No, of course she's turning. Okay, you have to open it up though. And once you have the pipe open, then I can just... Alright, I will drive around you. Technically, we don't have to do that, though. We can just go right in between here. Just like this. Now, let's see how much this will be, though. Because look at the amount that she's carrying. I think this is rather a lucrative side hustle, though, right? For a farm. It was planned already to make oils and cheeses and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. We could also make canola oil right now. We have canola. So maybe we should. Maybe. There's so many options with the game though. You cannot go wrong either way. Normally you put your engine, you know, a little bit on stop, but just keep on driving. Wait on me though. My. It doesn't even wait, you know, like, oh boy. This is a very good trailer though. The size of it alone, 33% right now. That's respectful. That is respectful though. And of course, this is a beautiful little Volvo truck over here. Just look at this. Just like the other ones. Just a slight difference. Wait a minute. Okay, I do see up there. I do see, right, the little green buttons. I was like, wait a minute. The lights. I don't have the lights on. Oh, now that is on. Interesting. Huh. What about here? Let's check the dashboard. I do hear it, but I don't see it on the dashboard. It's not like Euro Truck Simulator being very detailed, but now of course we do see all the lights. Okay, not bad. Cool. Wow, I did not even realize that this is an electric vehicle, electric truck. I already was wondering, why is it so quiet? That's kind of impressive though, huh? To have a fully powered Volvo truck. These trucks, they are not cheap. Of course not. And the quality is top notch though. And Volvo is all about security. But man, this is not something to laugh at though. This truck is very powerful. I know the truck, but I did not realize that this one was electric though. I am impressed. And believe me, I love my gasoline though, right? You know, I really do like my gasoline stuff. But yeah, this is impressive. And as you can see, it hauls without an issue. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Now let's go and complete that one right over there. Now let's see. What shall we do next, boys? We can do this one for 2k profit, which is very nice. Then mowing. Maybe Peggy wants to do some mowing later. So we are going to keep that for her. We have some plowing though, which is some decent work. Stone picking, tether grass, and wood transport. I think we can do this one though. Let's go grab the last little bit of harvest and then we can deliver it nicely though. And hopefully we are getting a little bit of the profit too. That will be really, really nice to be fair. Oh yeah. Sometimes we get over 6,000. Other times we get, well, measly 100 to 500 though. So it's always a little bit extra though. Even though I called it measly, I would say it is still worth it though. It's still worth the extra, right? I mean, it's an extra. It's like, hey dude, go buy yourself a lollipop though and a little soda. You know what I mean? Like Grandpa used to say. Now, can we grab all of this though? Oh, Peggy's already empty though, it seems. So that is impressive, Peggy. If you want, you can go to the farm already and do your little magic. But let's see where we have to sell it. All right, right over there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Can we? No, we cannot cover it up. Next time, put your harvester off though, right? You know, it's still on. I have to admit though, the sound that we are hearing, there's something interesting behind it. It feels very strange because an electronic vehicle doesn't make sound. Sure, the tires do make sound and the little mechanical parts do make sound, but you don't really hear that inside of an electric vehicle though. So what they are doing, they are actually simulating engine sound and other sounds, so you do have the feeling that you are driving. Psychological, that is needed for a lot of people though. Not that people are weak in the head or something, that they do need a little psychological motivation, right, you know, or a reminder, but it's like VR. If people forget that they are in VR because the brain just links for some reason you to the virtual reality as reality, right, then you do see people fall over, knock over, and just jump against the table or against the closet. We have seen those videos, right? And you might think like, who will do that? I wondered that too. Because I've used Fear quite a bit though, and I never had such weird issues. But the thing though is some people just their brain is just snapping one and one together, you know, and then that's that. So the interesting thing about it is though, that's why they are making these sounds. And what is a little bit strange for me is the way how it sounds, right? If we compare it to a gasoline vehicle. Alright, Peggy, if you already tried to lock it up though, right, you know, she wants to build a greenhouse. I'm not sure if you can. If you need some extra rides though, then I will do that. It's Shift P, by the way. And yeah, now you know it. You can Google search it though, right? You know, they can actually explain it a little bit better than I do right here. After all, I'm not a documentary channel or something like that. Maybe in the future I can become. I don't know though. Well, I mean, not this channel. We can make a third channel, right? But I find it very interesting that you actually have to think about these things, right? You know, and the more we're going into the future with technology, the more of these weirder little technologies has to be implemented. It's in the factories. There you can see a greenhouse, but you can also go and do some shopping, Peggy. We are almost here at destination. Wide curve. Here we are. We don't want to get stuck there against the corner. Yeah, it's here. All right. For a second, I was thinking it was a little bit further down. And here we are. Now, let's see the top right corner here. Hopefully, we are getting extra from the harvest. It's almost at 100%, so I barely think so. If so, we get maybe 100. Oh, 5,000. That's an extra. Wow. Thank you very much, though, Farmer Noah. And we are getting 10.3 extra. I mean, my boy, he really cares about a farm though. We got 70k. I am happy with that. All right, look at that though, huh? Peggy did place this one. Not bad, not bad. So now we do need some extra water. We do have lettuce already, which is fantastic. So this will be Napa cabbage. I love this cabbage though. It's very, very nice. Add some chicken though, right? You know, some spring onions or some leek, especially leek though. Mix it, mix it, mix it. Add your dressing, add some chicken though, some croton, and you will love it. All right, let's activate this big boy. And we do need water here, Peggy, because the cabbage is very, very dry. Now, I have found an issue over here. Yeah, as you can see, this one is not perfectly aligned with that one. So we will destroy this, and then we will just rebuild it a little bit further to the front. Yeah, I know, but it has to be done good, right? You know, it has to be done in a pristine way. So I'm going to sell the cabbage, by the way. Let's see, how expensive is the cabbage? How expensive is the cabbage, and where is it expensive? Cabbage, cabbage, cabbage. I believe at Michelangelo's, right over here. Let's see. Am I blind? It's not here though, right? Is it here? Ah, it's not cabbage, it's lettuce, of course. Ah, it is at the minimum wharf though. But it is what happens. It's at the ore place it sells the best. So off we are. Off we are. Let's make some money. And just to be fair, we are going to place this one a little bit straight. It will help us out by picking everything up. And I want to stack them after all. Maybe 2 or 3 up. Let's just put this one a little bit up. And press this one. Doesn't work like that. Okay. Well, that's interesting. The Physica is pretty good there, though. So, you know, that is that. Let's go and put this one. Technically, we should just, you know, like really fix it up, though. But I'm a little bit in a hurry, which we should not do. It should not be. Ah, look at that. There we go. Now it's better. The forks were a little bit too close together, you know? It Did we fix the top one? By accident, we did fix the top one. That is nice. Very nice. And I think technically we got to get all 4 of them. This is rather difficult though to do it really good. There's a lot of practice and then we will be fine too. But it really feels surreal though, right? Because the camera has to be controlled with your controller, and then the vehicle has to be steered. And then you have, of course, you know, your joystick and all. It's something that we just have to get used to. But once mastered, battery will be. Yeah, this is just industrial level, you know, greenery farming right now. Just stack it up, boys. I do enjoy the detail that the wood is actually all different colors. Just like IRL, right, you know? Oh. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh! No. Whew. And I had a feeling though, we want to drive very slowly. This is pretty decent work though. Peggy, careful though, alright? Careful though. Let us ahead though, it's important. Ooh, I wonder how much honey we made though so far. And if we are actually making honey. Because I could just have placed it wrong. But if... Maybe though, we don't even need to have the beehives. You know, like being very close to... Oh, yeah, I do see honey. Very close to where it is placed though, right? You know, like maybe. So we made 6,428 of the letters alone right there. Plus this little bit. Oh, yeah, we do need to find a better place for that though, right? Because this place is it's a little bit uphill, downhill, and whatever hill it wants to be. Here we go. 2,143 for just 1 lettuce though. I mean, there are a couple more lettuces on one of the pallets though, but you know, it is good money. And now it's almost paying for itself though already, right? You know, not even close, but it's getting there. Oh, Peggy, the best thing it would be though that you don't do it like that, is that you just take the corner around here and then place it here. You know what I mean? That's a little bit better. How much honey do we have? 77 kilogram just in half a day. Right? That is what we had in 2-3 months before. So that is very nice. 100% natural raw honey. It's so good. And if it's crystallized, I know in a lot of American stores though, if they sell real honey, I know that a lot of Americans don't buy honey what is crystallized because there is a superstition that it is fake honey. That's actually the real deal though, right? Buy those. The crystallized part is just the honey just sticking together and becoming sugary bits. It is the real deal. If you find crystallized though, you know that it is real. Honey that never crystallized is not real honey, okay? That's corn syrup and other things. Take good care of yourself and buy the crystallized stuff though. Even a slight bit of it though inside of it, you can already see. Don't just buy an entire pot or a jar that is totally crystallized, right? You know, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, now let's see. We want to 26,000. We could not afford it just yet, but only 1 month old. We are having a loss of 25,000 for for 27,000 then, if we move it a little bit forward. But I think it will be good. Yeah, it will be better that we do it. Peggy, do you agree? If you honk, you agree. Peggy, agree. Not agree, but agree. Now we have to check if there is some nasty bits growing here, right? You know, like weeds and all. Wait a minute. Completed. Ay. Let's go. Oh. Let's go and buy it and sell it and do a little thing about it. Sell. Peggy, I do need your help with another one though. Right, you know? With water, that is. Oh wow, what is this? Look at that. This is where Peggy didn't see it. Wow. What about the other? Yo, look at that part over there. That's like a hundred's worth. Okay, this one is perfect, but yeah, it is. My, Peggy, huh? Wasting your chef's money. All right, now let's see. Let's place this one just like that. Let's put our camera a little bit more. You know what? This might actually be a good thing to do. Nope. Peggy, did you actually hit the chili peppers? I think you did hit that though. There we go. Alright, so this will be lettuce again. Yeah, Peggy, you know, we cannot do it other ways, right, you know? This has to be done in this way or else we don't have movement. As you can see, right, you know, we already take a lot of this part in. It just has to be done. And that means that a little bit of this field will be taken away so we can drive, you know. Oh, you mean like that? And this is good right now. It is really good right now. We can check it from the other side. Yeah, this is good though. Booga booga. As he doesn't see us. Alright, this is good, Peggy, alright. Turbo Peggy my ass, I mean, come on, man. How many mistakes do you do and then you are critical with me? Oh. Alright, lettuce. Here we go. Activate. Both of them need water right now, so what I will do is just watch how Peggy does that. And I will just name them. This one will be renamed the Chili House. Red chili. Then this one was garlic. Oh, Napa cabbage. It's with 1 P. Let's correct ourselves right over here. Rename and there we go. I'm really hyped for this though, right? Because it's... Look at how far we came in the last episodes. I just love it. I really, really do. And as you can see right over here, red chili, Napa cabbage. So if we see right over here in the water department, Peggy did fill it nicely up. Very cool. Napa cabbage is actually full, Peggy. So the lettuce needs 40,000 liters. And the garlic can be filled up later after the lettuce, all right? The lettuce is now very important, so it can keep going and growing. Yep, the one on the right, the new one that I replaced. Perfect, all right? I mean, I am so stoked by this because now we have the chicken eggs, we have the chili, we have the garlic, we have the Napa cabbage, we have the lettuce, we have eggs, and we have honey. And by that, I have you subscribe, I hope. See you guys later. Have a wonderful time, and thank you for being part of this farm. Bye-bye.